Hello guys, Orest is here, reporting from the suburbs of Lviv, Ukraine, in the western part of our country. Like since the start of the war, this is the first time when I'm leaving the city actually, and the situation around changed tremendously. There are numerous different block posts around. Traffic definitely slowed down. It's not that bad as it used to be just in the first few days after the initial bombings by Russia of entire area of Ukraine. So let's take a look what's happening in the countryside. This is just one of the suburbs of Lviv. You see the church busy next to it, many cars, people are praying because it's Sunday. Some block post entering to the village. My father is driving now. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Actually, just check out how my father looks cool. He's in very great shape and a super inspiration for me. Like a really nice example. You see, and such blog posts now appear between every village actually. They are really prepared here, as you can see. Oh wow, didn't expect it, but still the traffic goes through. We are done, guys. That was pretty quick, no problem. And yeah, please take a look. It's a nice, not the best maintained old church, yes. And basically, yeah, this is the typical suburb of Lviv. We are like maybe 5 kilometers away from the ring road, from the city limits, and it looks like this. In this very village, our family used to have a countryside home. It was like a really interesting phenomenon during Soviet Union, that it was a Soviet dream to have an apartment in the city and then a countryside house in the suburb. And those countryside houses had a specific name, calling dacha. So if you're going to dacha, it means like you go somewhere to your smaller house. And my granny, actually with my grandfather, used to stay there a long time. In one of the previous videos I showed you the tragic story of my grandmother and the necessity under which we had to put her into the nursing home in order to be safe. So this village really reminds me of those times when I, as a kid, was going there, was spending my summers. Yeah, what else can I say? Generations are changing and time is going very fast, guys. So please, like, make use of it the best. Can you believe it? Like, look, like this car probably costs, I don't know, like $100,000. Is Audi QA 5 liters engine, turbo diesel. So probably they are somewhere from Kyiv, from central Ukraine. Now a lot of refugees actually came here. And we are approaching the town of Pustomete. Pustomete is one of the nearest towns to Lviv, with a population over 10,000 people. So it's possible to say that it's still part of the Lviv metropolitan area, if you take such kind of definition. And many people who live here, they obviously going to live for work and connect with many city services as well. And you see we are approaching the town center. Many new construction buildings here, currently on hold, and also the block post upon entering the town. So people are very organized here on the local places. This is the local city council of Pustomete. Some supermarkets and park. Yeah, I love Pustomete, is written over there. That guy on Audi just was stopped because the local security units, they really check who is entering the village, the town. And since we have the local registration of Lviv area, we are passing by, but people from other provinces going through extra security. And even to exit the city, there are also block posts, you know. So people on the locations, they really made great self-organization in order to keep things under control. The reason for that is not only the actual war which is now happening in Ukraine, but also there is a history of resistance in Western Ukraine, where we are now. So not many people know, but after these areas were connected to the Soviet Union after World War II, the guerrilla war still happened here all the way until the 50s. So everybody, like every family, every friend of mine has a grandfather who was in our age fighting against the Soviets in those areas 70 years ago. So you see, and now I see that the people like really, they have this historical memory, and within days they made an efficient security system without even the help of the Ukrainian army, who are doing our main defense on the front line at the moment. Take a look, guys, at this. This is the nest of the stork. You know, there are many storks in Ukraine coming in spring. We're really expecting them. Their arrival is a good sign. So even in my own village, not far from here, I hope we'll travel there with you as well. We have a nest that is waiting for the stork family to arrive very, very soon. And we hope it will be the symbol that the peace will come to Ukraine. We'll see. This blog post was much faster. They just put the green sign and let us go. So probably they are in touch with the neighboring town. And since the security there was more serious, they receive a signal that like, okay, all the cars you can pass by, let them go, because they already checked. So the level of cooperation now happening in Ukraine is super on a like high level. And as I told in all of my previous videos, the spirit of unification we are experiencing now in Ukraine, the spirit of trust, helping each other, it's simply unbelievable. Guys, nobody united Ukraine that effectively as Vladimir Putin, really. These guys in the villages are really tough, actually. You've probably seen online different videos how Ukrainian farmers simply steal military units of Russian army. If not, just check it out. It's really impressive. Now you see it's very busy on the street. That means that the mass in the church has just been finished. People are coming back, they talk to each other, they probably discuss their plans, what they're going to do, and this definitely gives this town a very, very nice, lively feel. Yeah, so this church where they just been to, as you can see, like it's like a fortress, yet has some defensive structure dating back from the 15th century. My father is telling. Actually, Ukraine is still a relatively religious country comparing to the rest of Europe, and especially here in Western Ukraine, people believe in God like a lot, as you can see from situation in the neighboring villages over here. So traditionally, the Ukrainian national resistance was always supported by priests. And if we talk about how significant is that, it's like uncomparable to probably like anything else, because church unite people, church provides faith to people. Yes, it gives them extra spirituality and bravery to do necessary things in order to defend their country, to establish connections once you meet in the church, yes, to gossip a little bit. So that's important, and I think in such situations as now, when there is hashtag Pray for Ukraine all around the world, many people will pay more attention to the religious questions and to those institutions that also participate in our resistance. Actually, many people in Ukraine associate current Russian invasion with the Mongol invasion that happened 800 years ago. which was really devastating to Ukraine. And Kyiv fell, like Kyiv lost its value, its positions as the major metropolis in the Eastern Europe after Mongols demolished it. So now we're really afraid not to let things go that way with the current system. And in the meantime, check out this. This is the main square of Cherets town. Looking pretty nice, yes. Obviously needs some refurbishing. All of these things, guys, will be rebuilt, definitely. Look at this amazing historical building waiting for the investor to come. So we are leaving the town. We could go left. You can see another block post, but we will go on the main street, and I expect there's another block post there. Who knows? So at the moment, like, still this shock didn't pass since the initial bombings of 70 different objects all around Ukraine. That's why it still feels attention. However, I mean, people locally, they did what they can in order to provide as much security as possible, and looks like they keep things under control. Obviously, like, there is a question, what will they do if the Russian tanks will go there? First of all, we hope it will not happen. However, it will. Every male will start to resist and will be protecting those lands. So there is really no way out. Go through this place, guys. Absolutely. Actually, there are pros and cons of such self-organization. First of all, it's really amazing to see how people coordinate really fast, like many processes between themselves, not being a professional in defense and military. But on another side, such self-governance really might affect the speed of logistics around Ukraine. So, for example, a lot of traffic on the main highways from east to west is formed, I cannot tell thanks, but because of such kind of blog posts in the West. So now there are discussions on the high level how to structure all of this activity, and it was resolved that every self-defense units in all of these separated villages will be supplemented by the professional forces who will help them to coordinate everything and to make this activity much more efficient. You see, just pay attention and appreciate those houses. Look, they're still made of wood, and those are typical Galician houses, guys. I really hope that many of them will be restored very soon. However, people are still living like this, but we are ready to rebuild all of that. You see how standard are they? So those were built in the end of Soviet Union according to the same project. Actually, we also have a similar house in another village where my father was born. I hope we'll go there with you in one of my upcoming videos. And yeah, it was the time when in the end of the 90s there was a surplus of building materials. So people were trying to get it and just invest into something, because the money, as you know, were worthless during the collapse of the USSR. But the house remained, and now those houses around the villages of Western Ukraine serve as a shelter for millions of refugees who are coming here. So local population really help our brothers and sisters from the east who decided to stay within Ukraine and not emigrate abroad. So guys, Kharkiv, Kyiv, Odessa, hold on, we are with you, but if you are coming here, just be sure that there is help and support. On the skyline, guys, we are approaching the city of Drohobych. It's a large historical town. Drohobych is the center of this area. Historically, it was the center of the oil excavation industry here during the Austrian times. This area near Carpathian Mountains had the nickname Galician California, because approximately 5% of entire oil production was made here at the beginning of the 20th century. And the main refineries actually were staying in Drohobych, and a few of them are even working at the moment. Okay, and there is a large intersection between different towns. It's a highly populated metropolitan area. You can see the Carpathian mountain range. This white spot over there is the ski resort, and another place on the skyline over there, guys, is Truskavets. It's actually the spa resort where we are heading just now. So I really hope that entire this area will have a bright future. Somebody still trying to sell advertisement place. It feels like the commercial activity will be coming back very soon. People want this, yes, it was a shock, but we are recovering. And in the meantime, guys, we are approaching another city of Truskavets. You already seen it on the skyline. It's a large spa resort, and as I heard, many refugees went there because the city is able to accommodate tens of thousands of people. So at this very moment, our short ride is about to end. Thanks a lot for being with us during this short trip. I hope it showed the real perspective and real situation, how things are here. As I told, for me, this is also the first time I left Lviv, I left the countryside, and those are my first impressions. To me personally, it looks encouraging comparing to what the media tells, and I am looking forward to explore more. If you have the same feeling, guys, stay tuned, subscribe if you didn't do this before, like if you enjoyed the material, and obviously if you would like to support this activity, below the video there is a link where are a few steps and recommendations what you can do the best in this kind of situation. I feel motivated, I am ready to work. We have to restore a lot and we have to develop our place, uniting this with the rest of the civilized Western world. Guys, thanks a lot. It was Orest reporting from Ukraine, and see you in the next videos. Good luck and stay safe.